We only wanted the Philly cheesesteak, so I mean, I would think we're the number ones. I don't know if everybody else agrees. I think this element will be counted as a little Mickey element, some might say. Um, I'm sure JJ will see me in the LCQ soon enough, so we'll see how that goes for him.
Welcome, Mr. Jacob Smith, Ionz. My first question is going to be, what are your plans for Philly? Like, what is your plans as a team?
I mean, when we get to Philly, the plan is just to hang out with my boys, you know. I get to see all my guys in person. We're gonna hang out until we have our game and just have fun. So, I mean, it's an all expense paid trip almost. So,
It's basically a free vacation in the end day, isn't it?
yeah, exactly.
What do you think has changed for yourself as a player? Obviously, you've had a long road. Some people see it as an overnight success, but you've definitely worked hard to achieve what you've gotten today. So, from the Challenger Series with Era 4 the Unks to now with SOS going into this Element 6 final, what do you think has changed most for yourself?
I mean, as a player, I've just taken more responsibility. You know, I went from a secondary caller into the IGL position. So, that change, it really hasn't been hard for me, especially with the group of guys I'm with now. I mean, they're all great and they're all, they make the job easy. And as a person, man, I mean, I've just grown over the year. I've, grown wiser. I understand the game at a higher level, and I mean, the game almost feels easy in tier two. So,
What players across both your teams, say Era 4 the Unks, and obviously current SOS, has really helped you evolve as a player?
yeah, man, there's two guys. I mean, of course, there's Engage, who I was with on Era 4. I mean, me and that guy teamed for like almost 9 months. I mean, me and him were a duo for the longest time, and we had our ups and downs, but that was definitely a big mentor for me. And I think the biggest one's been Packer. Just in the last 3 months or whatever it's been, and he's taught me a lot about the game, and it gave me confidence that I could play at a high level, and be able to even call at a high level. So.
Do you think playing on LAN will help you guys in terms of experience? Because a lot of you have played at Philly before. Obviously, Volsper and you yourself played at the Nerd Treat LAN in Philadelphia. And then obviously Packer, he's played at multiple ST events, including Six Invitationals, the Montreal Major, and of course, Reload. Do you think that experience will help you guys as a team to help you win the event?
I mean, I think the experience will help, but I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not too worried. The game plan going into it is, just to play our game, play confident, play loose, and get the job done. So.
What is your team's confidence looking like going up against certified lover boys? Obviously, you already played them in the upper bracket final, beating them in 2 maps. Are you guys feeling confident, or is there anything like maybe pushing down on your mental?
I think the guys and I have a confidence going into the game that what we like to tell ourselves every game is that we're gonna lose, and so going into the actual game knowing that we're gonna lose, anything extra is just a bonus. So it makes it easier. We just play our game, and if we win, great. If we don't, it is what it is. So.
Obviously, you coming off that win in the upper bracket final against Certified Lover Boys, do you think that will give you the mental edge over them? Do you think they will be going into it maybe feeling little bit underconfident and maybe thinking, oh, these guys already have our number, they're definitely going to beat us? Or do you think they are just a confident bunch of people and they're going into the game no matter what, thinking, we're winning this game, we have the upper edge, we know they're going to play after losing to them the first time, and now we can turn that around and beat them?
Yeah, so I mean, I think they're gonna be a confident group of guys. I heard in their interview that they thought that they lost because they weren't having enough teamwork and whatnot. And it was a self issue, not a we beat them issue. So if that's the case, they'll end up beating us, and they'll be a lot more confident going to the land. But if that's not the case, that there really was issues, I mean, I think they know we got them kind of beating map bans. So if we lose, I mean, I think it's on us, not them. Our map pool's way better than theirs, and I expect it to be another 2-0 going into it, to be honest. So.
I think this team has had a lot of ups and downs. Obviously, when this team first started, it was actually called Revelations. All the way back in Challenger Series, it was Mr. B's team, Revelations, and we've been through so many different changes, different players, different management, even some coaches back in the past has been on this team. What has been the system like for you? How has the changes happened? How did you come in? How did Vosper come in? How did Butcher come in? What's the timeline of this team to go from that Mr. B losing Challenger Series team, that Mr. B losing Element 5 team, to become this Packer run UIGL'd team that could win E6, take it all, and maybe even go on to future adventures like SI Quals and even Challenger Series?
Yeah, so I mean, the team started obviously it was Mr. B's team on Revelations. The only current player left, and it's not even from the original roster from Challenger Series, is Vil. He joined the team later after Challenger Series, so during Element, I believe. So I mean, he's technically the oldest member on the team. But it was Mike W who left for Geo, so they got Packer instead. Um, and so the core at that time was Mr. B, Solo, Packer, and Vil, of course. So Mr. B ended up quitting. Solo went to play with Geo, and that just left Vil and Packer. At the time, they had already grabbed Wolfsburg to replace their entry spot from Kento. But then they needed another person. That was right before Solo left, and so they picked up me to replace Mr. B. Then Solo left to go play with Mike W. and Geo, so we ended up grabbing Butcher last second. And since then, I mean, everything's just clicked. I mean, the game's felt easy. So I mean, our roster, technically, none of it's really left from Revelations. That roster was, a bunch of different guys. So it's a whole new roster now, and we're all confident and feeling good about it. So.
Let's actually move on to Villa. You just mentioned him. Obviously, he brings a lot of that experience to the team, especially with Packer now leaving to Envy. Obviously, it's no longer a hidden thing. The cat's out of the hat. And finally, they've announced it. Obviously, JJ announced it on Twitter, and they play during SI quals. But Vil, he is the most experienced member left. Obviously, he's won Element in the past, which was Element 4. What does he bring to the team, and how does he help structure the team?
Yeah, I mean, Bill brings a lot of vet experience. That guy's been T2 forever, and he's been at the top of T2. I mean, I think he should be in T1. I think there's no reason he's not. I don't get it. So he brings a lot of leadership, and he's a very smart player. He plays great cuts lurk spot for us. And I think he even almost leads the league in entries, like in the plus minus. So I mean, he wins all the entry gunfights, and we're winning entry gunfights. That makes the game way easier for us. So.
Moving on to your current player and moving on to your new player. Obviously, we just mentioned it, Packer leaving to Envy, leaving the team, but your new pickup for SI Quals and hopefully the future, Exa, coming in from Space Shoes. What is he bringing to the team, not only in the game, but out of the game for the team's culture and vibes?
Exa brings a lot. I mean, he brings great vibe in the team culture. I mean, he's a very lighthearted person, so it's easy to be around. And we all kind of clicked together because he was with Wolfsburg and Butcher on Shubes before they left to come play with us. So it already kind of clicks. I mean, there's already synergy there. I mean, me and him have gone way back, and then Vil and him teamed on SSGA for a short bit. So I mean, everyone's got connections. It's great vibes. As a player, I mean, he fills Packer's role pretty well. I mean, it's a little less shot calling, but the same frag ability is there. And I mean, so he brings vibes. He has frags. I mean, great player overall. I have no complaints.
You said he fills into Packer's role pretty well, but going along into the future, is there not going to be any need to tinkering roles? Because with Packer leaving, he does leave a big void in the team. So through practice, will there need to be any tinkerings with your guys' player roles?
I mean, we haven't had a chance to practice yet. I'm sure there will be tinkering there. As of right now, I mean, everything's just been one for one. He's been a great feel for it. So.
Obviously, after Element 6 finals with the new group of boys, is the main goal going to be going to Pro League? Is it going to be winning Challenger Series, making Pro League, and then competing in Pro League? Is that your guys' main goal onto the future?
I mean, I think everyone in T2 has the main hope, right? I mean, the goal is to make Pro League through Challenger Series, and I don't think anybody doesn't have that idea. So, I mean, our goal is to make Pro League. We think we're a pretty damn good team, and what happens happens. If it doesn't end up happening, it wasn't meant to be, and it is what it is. So.
So would you guys say you are that number one team right now to qualify for Pro League? Would you say there's anyone you're looking at worried about, or would you say you guys have to qualify, you have the most talent, you have the most structure, you are the best team to be looking at to qualify to Pro League in the next Challenger Series?
I mean, I would think we're the number ones. I don't know if everybody else agrees, but I feel like there's no other true answer for me to answer with. If I don't believe we're the best team in tier 2, then I don't have confidence in my own team. So but I think there's some good competition. I think those guys over at XALEX will be good. Focal always gets guys right. So, and then I guess LFO would be good as well. And then if Geo ends up making a return, I've heard rumors of Iconic making a return. So there could be some good other teams, but only time will tell.
Is Element 6 the main thing on your mind right now, and is that the main goal for the whole team, and you're moving on, and then right afterwards, that's when your brain moves on to bigger things like SILCQ and Challenger Series? Do you think this element will be seen as lower than others, mainly because of the fact, obviously, there's been a lot of roster changes midway through? Obviously, Rival Goodnight left ALX, and then you have some other teams, CLB losing some players, and obviously, Orgs also falling out midway through, and obviously, Exige as well, retiring midway through. So, a lot of teams have just suffered a lot through consequences because of either T1 Shuffle or just players no longer being in love with the game. Do you think this element will be seen as just lower than the rest?
I think this element will be counted as a little Mickey element, some might say. But I mean, I think it's just the same as any other. I mean, no one's practicing, but we're not practicing either, and we're dominating. So people will see it as it is. But I'm it's just another tournament. Honestly, I'm not too concerned with winning a T2 tournament. It's cool, the money's nice, I guess, but we're really focused on making Challenger Series and having a great LCQ. So
You as a team, was it Philly Cheesesteak first, Element second? Because I've heard a lot of rumour about you, all of you as a team, wanting that Philly Cheesesteak. So is that your main goal on your mind, trying to get that lovely sandwich?
oh, 100%. I only even tried to get a Philly cheesesteak. I mean, I think that the whole team's on the same consensus. We only wanted the Philly cheesesteak, so the money's nice, but Philly cheesesteak is better.
Also, questions around the SILCQ, because obviously if you guys win Element on Sunday, it would mean you guys actually have two spots because you qualified through open quals to make the LCQ, so you also have the spot with qualifying through that, but then you also have the spot through Element 6 winnings. It will also be funny because obviously Pac will then have qualified twice, and you guys would have qualified twice, so kind of funny there.
I mean, I can explain the process if you like. I know how it's going to work. If we were to win Element, we'd move up to the fifth seed instead of the sixth seed. And Kiru, since we beat them in the LCQ, or I guess the open quals, would get our either sixth or seventh spot. No joke intended there. I don't know if they would be higher than NB or not. I don't know how the admins would make that, but they would fill our spot, and we would end up playing XALEX first round. So instead of playing C9, so.
So XALX slash X Core are 100% going to be in because of winning 11-5. I've heard some stuff that apparently they may not be, but if from your knowledge they're in, I believe they're in.
Yeah, I mean, to my knowledge, yes, they are. There is a chance that they're not, but I haven't heard anything about that. So
Is there anyone you want to shout out? Or even so, is there anyone you want to throw some shade at? Because I've seen all over Twitter people be like, oh, Ionz is in a T2 grand final. Something's got to have gone wrong. Someone has got to be falling out. Has T2 really fallen off a cliff? So, anyone you want to give some love to, and anyone you want to throw a little bit of shade at?
no, just shout out my guys. I mean, all my teammates work so hard to be the top at the top. They deserve it. So, and then regarding JJ's comment that you're referring to, I mean, it is what it is. I'm sure JJ will see me in the LCQ soon enough. So we'll see how that goes for him.
Finally, obviously, good luck for Sunday. And I really hope you guys take away the chip because honestly, it's been great watching your guys' journey through Element 6 and other competitions you guys have been performing in. I think the rise of you as an IGL has been great to see, and obviously the rise of every other player on your team. It's been great. So hopefully you bring that chip home.
Thank you so much.